A 53-year-old man has avoided jail for stabbing a German man at Dublin airport 2 years ago in what the court heard was a cry for help. Kasunga Mbuyo, who has paranoid schizophrenia, has been in custody since the attack and today received a 2.5-year fully suspended sentence. Our reporter Nicole Gernan was in court. So Nicole, what more can you tell us?
Well, Hannah, in September 2023, Kasunga Mbuyo stabbed this German man outside Dublin Airport, outside Terminal 1, with a 2.5-inch penknife. The man received 8 wounds in total, needing 12 stitches, but they were largely superficial and he has since fully recovered. Now, 53-year-old Mbuyo was detained by bystanders and then arrested, and he told Gardaí that it was a cry for help, that he'd been here since 2003 and his private rented accommodation had been sold, and he was living in a homeless hostel in Limerick, and he was trying to do something crazy to get attention, and he was very sorry for the man. The court heard that after Mbuyo was taken into custody, he was diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, possibly as a result of cannabis misuse, and that he was in active psychosis at the time of the attack, walking around without shoes, that he was walking on a broken foot, that he had sustained running away from people that he thought were after him, and that he had in fact gone to a Garda station and Limerick Hospital the day before to try to get help. Now, he was initially deemed unfit to plead, but after a stay at the Central Mental Hospital and taking medication, he pleaded guilty earlier this year to assault causing harm and possession of a penknife. And Judge Martina Baxter, in sentencing him today, said that this was a completely random and unprovoked attack and was only by good fortune that the injuries sustained were superficial. But she said while they may have been superficial, it couldn't be underestimated the psychological impact that was had on the victim. However, she said Mbuyo was in a very bad place mentally and very unwell at the time, which reduced his culpability. And she said there was also an awful lot of mitigation, including that he pleaded early, that he has been taking all his medication, that he's demonstrated insight and remorse, and that he has spent over 2 years in custody. So taking all of this into consideration, she said she'd sentence Kasunga Mbuyo to 2.5 years in prison, but suspend this in full for a period of 3 years on strict conditions to incentivise his continued rehabilitation.
Nicole Gernan, thank you for bringing us all of that.